Warns Congress. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News, telling a joint session today the world is getting more dangerous and needs America's leadership.
Kishida telling Congress the U.S. needs to play a pivotal role in preserving democracy and freedom around the world.
We are now at inflection point that will define the next stage of human history.
The Prime Minister also pledging to increase Japan's defense budget to strengthen the alliance between the two countries.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz at the Capitol. Israel remains on high alert for an expected attack by Iran or its proxies in retaliation for an Israeli airstrike in Syria that killed an Iranian general. Alaska Republican Senator Dan Sullivan tells Fox News the Biden administration hasn't been tough enough on Iran.
Iran funds and trains the Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah. You don't have any of those terrorist proxies without Iran, and we have not done nearly enough to deter them.
The government reports the producer price index rose in March at its fastest pace in 11 months, but still a little less than economists expected. All three of the major Wall Street indices trading higher. Labor Department reports fewer unemployment claims were filed last month. Pro Football Hall of Famer turned accused killer O.J. Simpson has died.
Once a celebrity athlete with endorsement deals and Hollywood cameos, his all-American image was replaced with that of a suspected murderer when implicated in the 1994 killings of his ex-wife Nicole Brown and her friend Ron Goldman in Los Angeles. Simpson was controversially acquitted following a defense raising issues of racial profiling by police. Simpson would later spend years in prison for an armed robbery and kidnapping in Las Vegas. Late last year it was revealed he was diagnosed with cancer after appearing frail in public. O.J. Simpson was 76 years old.
Fox's Evan Brown. America is listening to Fox News.
Fraudulent tax returns due to identity theft increased by 30% in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan. Help protect your information with LifeLock. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with my name, Clay, as your promo code.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. That's 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
The Justice Department has refused a demand from congressional Republicans for the audio recordings of Special Counsel Robert Hur's interviews with President Biden over government records stored improperly at his home.
The Justice Department had a noon deadline today to turn over audio of President Biden being interviewed by Special Counsel Robert Hur. The House Judiciary and Oversight Committee chairs had threatened to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt if he failed to do so. But the DOJ says they've already provided a transcript of the interview, and that it seems demanding the audio on top of that means they're just going for a cumulative effect, and that makes it seem political. The federal agency did say they'd turn over additional information like the transcript of the interview done with President Biden's ghostwriter, whom Special Counsel Hur said tried to destroy evidence by deleting classified information he'd received on his computer. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Thousands more firearms dealers around the country will have to run background checks on buyers at gun shows and online. The Justice Department announcing new rules designed to close the so-called gun show loophole. Rule is likely to be challenged in court by gun rights activists, but the White House says it is sure the new rules will prevail. The former interpreter for baseball star Shohei Ohtani has been charged with bank fraud. Ippei Mizuhara accused of transferring millions of dollars from Ohtani's accounts to a bookmaker to settle gambling debts. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada.
Mr. Ohtani is considered a victim in this case. There is no evidence to indicate that Mr. Ohtani authorized the over $16 million of transfers from his account to the bookmakers.
The Dodgers fired Mizuhara, and when the scheme was first revealed, Major League Baseball has been conducting its own investigation. Updating Wall Street an hour before the close, the Dow up nearly 92 points, NASDAQ trading 263 points higher, the S&P 500 up 45. I'm Jack Callahan. This is Fox News.
Good afternoon. I'm Andrea Drake with your local and regional news from the Sierra Radio Network newsroom. Here's what's happening. They don't know who or when, but Quincy CHP is asking for the community's help to locate a driver who fled after colliding into a local rancher's fencing. Per CHP reports, the vehicle is suspected to be an early 2000s model black Chevy Suburban. It was driving west on Chandler Road, west of Oakland Camp Road, when the unidentified driver made an unsafe turn, forcing that Suburban across the roadway onto the dirt shoulder and down an embankment, where it eventually collided with the local rancher Phil Bresciani's barbed wire fence. Unable to return to the roadway, a Good Samaritan stopped and helped pull the vehicle from the field. And without notifying anyone of the collision, the driver of the Suburban continued on their way. If you believe you know who the driver may be, recognize that Suburban, or who might have helped the driver back onto the road, CHP would like you to call the Quincy office at 283-1100. And get ready to kick off the baseball season in style. Little League Baseball returns to Susanville as players, families, and supporters gather for the annual opening day parade. On Saturday morning, the streets will come alive as teams make their way from South Fairfield Street, wind along River Street to the beloved Pat Murphy Little League fields. Hundreds of enthusiastic baseball players adorned in their uniforms will march proudly alongside their fellow teammates and coaches. Not to be missed, the entire community is encouraged to line the parade route and show their support as the teams make their way to the fields. Once assembled at Pat Murphy Fields, the league will kick off the festivities with an announcement of each team as they take their place on the Majors Field for the opening ceremonies. The program will include time-honored traditions such as the national anthem and the Little League Pledge, fostering a sense of unity and sportsmanship among the players. Another highlight of the day will be the ceremonial first pitch, symbolizing the official start of the season. This year, that honor falls to recently retired Lassen Sheriff Dean Growden. The parade is set to begin at 8 a.m., followed by the first games of the season starting at 9:30. It's a day filled with the timeless joy of America's favorite pastime. Warming weather means road work. Caltrans has announced ongoing road maintenance activities north of Susanville, with striping work being conducted on State Route 139. The crews are expected to continue their operations into tomorrow, utilizing a moving closure approach to minimize traffic disruptions. According to officials, delays are minimal as these striping vehicles do pull over to allow traffic to pass when necessary. Additionally, earlier this week, the paint crew was spotted striping US 395 north of Susanville. Looking ahead, drivers traveling along US 395 near Litchfield should expect an up to 5-minute delay on Friday. Paint crews do plan to undertake work near Schaefer School. One-way traffic control measures will be in place to ensure the safety of both workers and drivers. And another maintenance effort, crews were seen working on crack seal operations along US 395. That was near Hurlong yesterday. While the exact timeline for that completion was not provided, officials did indicate that those operations were nearing their completion or have already been concluded. If you are driving, you are advised to exercise caution in these areas. Adhere to those posted signage as well while driving through these areas undergoing maintenance work. And construction is back in full swing as builders return to Alturas for the development of the Mountain View Skilled Nursing Facility and Hospital addition. I'll have more details on this coming up in more local news on 93 JDX, 1240 KSUE.
I'll never get these bills paid. Who has time? I have work, the kids' soccer practice, yoga, and...
Relax. Go to cityofsusanville.net and click I want to, then pay utilities.
Really? Hey, you're right. Done.
I told you it was easy. Cityofsusanville.net not only makes bill paying easy, but has great tips on water conservation, an event calendar, and info for all city parks and facilities. Next time, remember, cityofsusanville.net.
Dedicated to their customers, committed to the communities they serve, loyal to their service to you. For over 60 years, that is the Ed Staub & Sons promise. Ed Staub & Sons have been serving Northeast California residents and businesses with diesel, dyed diesel, heating oil, propane, kerosene, bulk fuels, lubricants, and oils. Ed Staub & Sons providing quality products and service in meeting Northeast California energy needs. They offer tankless water heaters and propane-powered appliances too, along with Renai heaters. Visit them at edstaub.com.
Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to plan for your summer road trips. With Carlson's Tire Pros by your side, your vehicle will be ready to see the mountains, beaches, and everything in between. With Carlson's Tire Pros' full line of Michelin tires and products, you'll have the peace of mind to hit that road no matter what you drive. Visit in-store in Susanville or online at carlsonstirepros.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
We are blessed to live in our beautiful Susanville area. We're also lucky to have a locally owned supermarket dedicated to community with service you know and trust. Susanville Supermarket IGA. Fresh cut meats and vegetables and quality IGA products that help you save even more.
Spring into savings this week at your IGA. 80% fresh ground beef in the family pack, $3.97 a pound. USDA beef tri-tip roast, $6.97 a pound. Lean pork spare ribs, $3.77 a pound. Navel oranges, 79 cents a pound. Fresh sweet blackberries, 6-ounce packages, $1.99 each. Wishbone salad dressing, select varieties, 2 bottles for $6. And Corona beer, assorted 12-pack cans or bottles, $17.99 plus CRV.
Now offering Instacart. Shopping is never been easier at your hometown IGA. Sign up, shop, check out, and delivered. 7 days a week on Grant Avenue and SusanvilleSupermarket.com. Like them on Facebook. Susanville Supermarket IGA, your hometown proud supermarket.
1211 local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE. Bolstering medical access in Alturas, the Modoc Medical Center shares that construction activity is resuming with the return of Swinnerton Builders to the city. Anticipation has been building for the expansion, which upon its completion in spring of 2025 promises to enhance healthcare services in the community. However, as construction ramps up, if you are in the area, you will be impacted by a temporary road closure that will impact North Nagle Street. Beginning Tuesday, April 16th, the city of Alturas will close North Nagle to through traffic, affecting the roadway from the south entrance to the intersection of North Nagle and 8th Street. To access the Mountain View Skilled Nursing Facility and Hospital addition during this closure, you can access it by the north entrance by Highway 299. The closure is expected to last about 1 week, and updates will be provided as that situation unfolds. Given the significance of North Nagle Street in the community as a primary access point to the construction site, congestion and delays are expected throughout the project's duration. You are encouraged to seek alternative routes if possible to minimize disruption. As Alturas eagerly awaits the completion of this vital healthcare infrastructure, the return of construction does signal a significant step forward in realizing the community's vision of enhanced medical facilities. And that's what's happening from your only local news radio today, keeping you informed and connected to your communities throughout Lassen, Plumas, and Sierra counties.
Northeast California weather.
And at 12:13, it's time to take a look at your 3-day northeastern California weather. Currently sitting at about 68 degrees outside the Sierra Radio Network studios this afternoon. We are going to continue to be under sunny skies. Highs will warm up to the mid to upper 70s. However, a breeze is going to be picking up this afternoon with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. That will bring in clouds overnight, lows down to about 46. Tomorrow there will be a chance of showers for the afternoon. Looks like off and on, however, highs slightly cooler around 65. Winds still gusting at about 30 miles per hour. Overnight showers do continue. We'll see lows dropping down to about 43. And for your Saturday, a chance of showers, then a possibility of a thunderstorm for the afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 50s and overnight lows down to about 36. Rain does continue for your Sunday with a break back in the weather by Monday. All your weather updates heard right here throughout your day, as well as while you're on the go through our app, Sierra Daily News. And also found on our website, SierraDailyNews.com, our obituaries provided by Fink's Funeral Home. All new announcements will be heard here each weekday following your news at noon. That will wrap up your noon news updates. Of course, we'll have more local news coming up on Live at 5 with your host Amanda and Aaron. And this evening, they're going to be welcoming the region's newest winery, Cherrywood Winery, out there in Westwood. Owner Dana will be in studio talking all about the upcoming grand season opening, as well as their other great spring and summer events that are just around the corner. You want to be part of all that fun right back here, starting at 5. And also, we're super excited about the all-new Sierra Daily News mobile app that has just launched. If you noticed, we will be making access to all of our broadcast and digital content even easier. We also have a podcast feature on there, so you can catch all of your favorite local shows right there. You can look for fun new contests, opinion polls, along with, of course, our live stream news and talk and JDX Country. Now on the air and heard everywhere, wherever you go, with the All News Air Daily mobile news app. Make sure you get it in your app store if you haven't already. From the Sierra Radio Network newsroom, I'm Andrea Drake. Thanks for joining me with your news at noon.
Providers and staff at Northeastern Rural Health Clinic would like to remind you to schedule your annual wellness exam. Seeing your medical provider for regular checkups and lab work helps to better manage health problems and even prevent many health problems. Most insurance will be covered for the full cost of the exam. Call today to schedule your annual wellness exam. If you are a patient at Northeastern or Westwood Family Practice and have no insurance, ask about our sliding fee and discount lab programs to see if you qualify. Call Northeastern Health Clinic at 251-5000 to schedule your exam today. That number again is 251-5000. A service of Northeastern Rural Health Clinic, where quality health care is your choice and our commitment.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting.
Can alcohol be good for the heart? In some cases, yes. Dr. Joshua Rosenblum was a med student at Harvard Medical School when he studied 1,200 women who had had a heart attack, then checked up on them 10 years later.
What we found is that people who drank a moderate amount of alcohol had better survival compared to those who abstained entirely. It was almost a 35% lower risk of mortality.
While the health benefits of red wine are widely recognized, Dr. Rosenblum says other adult beverages seem to be just as beneficial.
In our study, we looked separately at people drinking beer or wine, white and red together, and liquor, and we didn't see any differences.
The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1 drink per day for women. And of course, it's always wise to check with your doctor. For Checkup on Health, I'm Chris Whitting.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Don't worry, we got you covered. More of Fox Across America coming up on KSUE Susanville.
How white folks will
He's concerned, for real, he's concerned about the electoral implications. Here's Trump down at Atlanta, pounded him on this, rightfully so, clip 27.
Biden has totally lost control of inflation. It's back. It's raging back. The number today was very high, very bad. It's actually much higher because they exclude various categories. It's actually much higher than that. The number is out of control. Biden has no idea what the hell he's doing. He's the worst president in the history of our country.
Calls Biden the worst president in the history of our country.
He knows what he's talking about.
Whatever he is a brazenly transparent politician where you can see the naked politics of every word out of his mouth. Yeah, we saw the inflation numbers. It's been skyrocketing when it came in.
You're not telling me the truth.
But he's got to do that because he's trying to pivot to more fertile ground for him politically. He's not concerned with you. He's not concerned that he caused the problem. He's not concerned that it's not going to go away between now and Election Day. He just wants you to not blame him for it. Okay, that's the problem with career politicians in the multimedia age. You can fact check everything they say in real time. And sometimes what they're saying in the name of performance art gets mowed down by the breaking news about the economy. So here is James Clyburn, straight circus act. He's on MSNBC yesterday with a straight face saying that inflation, that's just a social media narrative.
You were lying your ass off.
And we know that because as he's talking on MSNBC, they had to cut to breaking news about the bad inflation report. This is my favorite thing in the world. Clip 26.
Although we